Call halal all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Wanted to address the issue of attire, specifically pertaining to women, and how here in America and across the world, it's completely fucking contrary to the scriptures and to modesty how they dress, man. Alright? And it breeds so much fucking wickedness and transgression from that. Alright? It's a serious issue in society, because it is a gateway to other wickedness, man. Alright? Even just to behold it, the lust that surfaces from that, you see? And it's completely fucking profane, and it's lewd. Alright? You have a society now, as a world as a whole, pretty much. But as we always mention, primarily here in fucking America, as the pantheon of wickedness to the world. It's a goddamn cancer of wickedness, man, and iniquity and filth. You have a society that's predicated and based on being insatiable with the flesh, an insatiable appetite for the flesh, doing wicked things. Because when you look at it, the main things to please the flesh is wicked. Okay, so you have a whole society that's based off of the flesh. All right, and it's going more and more south in that direction of being a brute beast. All right, of not having any discretion, being discreet. All right, there's no form of being humble, humility, and modesty. It's out the fucking window, man. It's fucking insane. But you have, I was driving near, doesn't fucking matter where it was, but somewhere here in the South Bay, and I pull up to this intersection, and it's a 60-year-old woman, 60-year-old Mexican woman, who was fucking gyrating and dancing in circles, one of these new GMO baby dances, with her phone on the front-facing view camera on some social media thing live, gyrating and doing goofy-ass motherfucking dance right there in the middle of the intersection, for the world to see and for the passers-by, and in some spandex and fucking camisole, just completely fucking unmodest. Okay? Just completely fucking shameless. You see? So, and when I say this, how it's going south is continuing to spiral downward, because now you have this whole LGBTQ, that whole spectrum, which is based off of the whole thing of that. It's not your nationality, those identities. It has nothing to do with your person, with you as a person. It's solely based on the way you like to fuck. And really on different deviant ways that you like to fuck. Okay? It's completely fucking wicked. You're based on your sexual proclivities. Your wicked sexual proclivities. You see? And now when you have a whole society, this whole world, your identity is tied to that. What do you think is going to be the deeds of the people? What is the main thing that's going on here, man? Is that, you see, to where now they're corrupting the children, which is the next generation. You know, when you fuck with the children, it's literally determining the status of how it's going to be for the years to come, because they're the next motherfuckers that are going to grow to be the ones that are inhabiting the earth. Because the current adults are gonna fucking die off when they, in their time, they're gonna die off. That's why it's so detrimental to fuck with the kids like that, man. To corrupt the children. But it's completely wicked, man. This whole society is completely wicked, and when you look at how these fucking women dress, that is something that creates a lot of iniquity, man. Sin on sin on sin. It breeds a lot of ways that you can go off from the Heavenly Father's laws. And even the laws of the land, the basic laws of the land is like to not fuck with another man's possession. All right? But you have another man's possessions on constant display out here. All right? That's why they use terms in the world like these hoes are for everybody. Because these bitches are on constant fucking display in attire and clothing to accentuate all the curves and what do they call that? Satan is a motherfucker, man. All the shit. What is that word, bro? Basically, your Slovakia. Can't even think of it. Not talents, but the different features and shit, right? That are best. You do that because, for example, like some of these broads wouldn't look that good naked. They don't. Some of these bitches don't even look that good naked. But in the attire that they have to accentuate certain features, it breeds lust in men, man. Okay? Straight up. The scriptures talk about how you can perform an act of sin without even doing it in your mind. They tell you in the world everything is 80% mental, 20% physical. Then you're actually transgressing the law in your mind, man. Literally. You already committed the deed. That's why you're supposed to rebuke the shit as soon as it comes in your mind and not entertain those thoughts. That's actual fucking transgression, man. And that's what you have going on all across the world, primarily here in fuck-ass America. All right? But you have these bitches hopping on from rod to rod. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them keeping hubby, stay with hubby, but they're on the carousel. And that is very fucking wicked. That alone, this place needs to be eradicated yesterday from that. All right? You have no assurance of your woman, of your possession being tampered with. You have no assurances. You'll never fucking know. All right. And then it subsequently tells you in the scriptures, man, these scriptures are insane, how the woman, she'll wipe her fucking mouth. She'll just get her face painted, and not with watercolors, and then come back to hubby and give him a big smoocheroo. All right. That she'll open her quiver to any and every era, to any thirsty traveler. All right. So the scriptures are more condemn women more eloquently than any man on the planet could ever. All right. And women need to go back into fucking subjection fully, because look what you have out here. Look what you fucking have out here with women being liberated. You have the water that has passed through, caused water damage, and destroyed the fucking society, the entire environment. All right. That's why you're not supposed to allow them to get abroad, which means to have liberty. Liberty to do whatever the fuck they want out here, man. Look what it's caused to the society. It's completely fucked off. Okay? You have that shit, the thirst traps and the ruin his life, hashtags and all this shit. Waste his time. You know what I'm saying? That's what you have bred from that. You see? From now, you not being able to put a bitch in her place. See? It's now allowed them to just completely fucking just be a goddamn a power source of fucking the main source of wickedness, to push that fucker out across these societies, man, as a minion for Satan. Because time would fail us to go into all that too. You see? So this is in 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or a costly array. All right? So women are supposed to be covered up in modest apparel. Okay? They're supposed to be covered up head to fucking toe. Even have their dome covered up in hoods and head wraps. Okay? That's required in the scriptures, in the law of the land. That nigga Reagan, when he, during his term, when they declared America to be a so-called God-fearing nation, well, that was probably, they declared that in the inception of this fucker, but falsely, right? The devil, the deceiver, say one thing, do another, be about another. But during that time, Reagan's term, they said that this, the year of the Bible or whatever, they declared that America was supposed to be governed by the scriptures. That the scriptures is pretty much should be intertwined with the laws of of America. Okay. And in that, the whole thing of that is said, it's an issue of the heart, saying why everything's so fucked off. And he mentioned how you have to be governed by this, or else you're going to be fucked off. Pretty much, man. Because one of the things in there was talking about the heart, issue of the heart, heart disease. Oh, heart disease is the leading cause of death in America by a landslide, and across the world, but specifically we're speaking about America. All right, and that it was because all that heart disease, because nobody's governing themselves by the scriptures. You see, so it goes deeper than to say, oh, I'm not a follower of the Bible. I don't have anything to do with that. It's not how it fucking works, man. This is the law of the land. This is the law that every person, every creation of the Heavenly Father is supposed to be governed by. Period. And then whether you accept it or not, you're still going to be held accountable. You're still going to have to face the consequences, man. So this is just not a guideline and shit that somebody, you know what I'm saying, decides to go by when they, decide to follow the Most High. Don't work like that, man. This is a requirement. This is a law that all societies are supposed to be governed by, man. You see? Same faces and sobriety. One of the main things brothers be talking about it. You got these bitches, they look you dead in your fucking face and be all up in your face and shit. Okay? That's not shameful. That's not shameful. Shameface. Okay? That's not humble. It says, and sobriety, not with broided hair, gold pearls, or costly array. We know all about that. They're all about that. All right? But that law is being broken on the highest scale right now in society. Oh, man, not to mention, we talk about how much wickedness is breeded from that. Not even to mention how many, much violence, how many murders, and theft, and all kind of other crime and iniquity that's birthed out of women being parading themselves as harlots, having the attire of harlots out here. For example, you're walking with your broad, you're out at the mall and shit, or something, and a nigga tries to holler at your broad while you're out, because she's fucking dressed as like a harlot, and you get to squabbing with that nigga, man. And then you know what I'm saying? Now, and then potentially kill each other. And the stories of that are so fucking commonplace. It's not even fucking funny, man. See? So there's reasons for this. See? And it's a natural natural reaction. That's why it doesn't just say, oh, well, let them go out there with the shameless attire, and it's just a man's job to just suppress those, to suppress that physiological reaction, that natural, God-given physiological reaction of a man to get fucking aroused in the presence of a woman dressed like a fucking harlot. You know, it's not rocket science, man. See? And that's how you breed adultery, murder, all right? And all kind of other crime and fucking iniquity in a society. Here you have it, all right? This is Proverbs 11:22. As a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. Okay? So, it might look good, but it's abominable. A pig is an abomination to the Heavenly Father, to eat and to handle. We can't even handle the damn pig, man. All right? But that's what these hoes is, pigs, man. It's swine. They're abominable. All right? A woman without discretion. And how many of these women are not discreet out here? Okay? The mass majority. because they are they've got, these hoes are coming off of a fucking assembly line, if you will. That's a saying, a phrase that they reserve for when something is so damn commonplace. It's like they're printing these bitches out in out of a printer. You know what I'm saying? It's like these hoes' attitude, these hoes' demeanor and how they conduct themselves. That is like it's like coming out of off of an assembly line, man, because they're all adopting that demeanor to be just completely fucking shameless. All right, to be completely loose out here, and it's abominable. That means you're not supposed to deal with it. Pertaining to that swine, and that's what you have out here, just an abomination. And that's why the Most High is gonna fucking destroy this place, amongst other things. This is in James 1:15. Finish it off. Then when lust has conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin when it is finished bringeth forth death. So you have nothing but just death out here, man. This place, the valley of the shadow of death, is just death on death. You see? And ultimately, we say it all the fucking time, this place is gonna get fucking nuked. It's gonna be destroyed. It's reserved unto fire. Alright? It's cursed. It's got a reservation with destruction, and it's gonna go out worse than any other destruction in the history of mankind. Alright? Thus with violence. It's being fucking gradually and very intricately broken down piece by fucking piece. That's why you see the morality, the moral depravity of this place is fucking on an all-time high. That's why the economy is completely fucked off. Alright? That's why you see pretty much all negative and bad shit is at an all-time high. Skyrocketing. You can go on fucking all goddamn night talking about the decline of America, the American decline in every goddamn industry, in every goddamn facet of this place being torn down by the Most High. Alright? So with that, all praise, honor, glory to the Most High, Bashurim Shai.